Hey everyone, Kevin here from Into Fly Fishing, and I'm back again with another gear review. Today we're going to be going over the 8 Fans Breathable Chest Waders. Waders are obviously a very important piece of gear for any fly angler, so it's good to know what you're looking for, and that can be a little overwhelming sometimes with all the options out there. Price ranges can vary significantly along with the features that are offered on different pairs of waders. In this review, we'll discuss what the 8 Fans Breathable Waders offers, the price point, the features that are included, and my overall thoughts and impressions of the product as a whole. Now, before we get too far along, I do want to share that 8 Fans did send me these waders free of charge. But just like any gear review here at Into Fly Fishing, that's not going to affect what I say or don't say. Maybe you're still going to get my honest thoughts. So now that we have that out of the way, we can go ahead and get started on the review itself. So I wore these out to a little local stream here in Southeast Alaska to get a feel for them, see how they did in the colder water, although it was a pretty sunny day, so it was warm. But I wanted to see how they felt, kind of what their comfort was. Obviously, make sure they were dry. That's the most important thing. And it really checked all of those boxes. I thought they were great pair of waders, and I'll tell you why kind of in a breakdown of each specific category here. So the thing I want to start with is the price of these waders. I think that's what really makes them stand out. So these are more of a budget-friendly pair of waders. They range anywhere from around $80 up to $110 depending on the size. But point is, they're not going to be several $100s, up to 6, 7, 8, like some of the top end brands. So it's important to note that, both so that you realize that they're affordable, but also to manage expectations. Obviously, you're not going to get the same set of features as you would on a pair of waders that you spend $600 or $700 on, which is fine. So now that you know kind of how much you can expect to spend on these, we can talk about what you'll get when you make a purchase of these waders. So the waders themselves will come in a nice mesh carrying bag, which makes it easy to store, and also it fits really nice in there. Along with the waders themselves, you'll get a wading belt, and you'll also get a small repair kit. And inside the repair kit, you'll have the glue, a couple patches, and then also any instructions to use that so that you can take care of any smaller leaks or tears or holes on your own without either having to throw the waders away or take them in to get repaired. Hopefully you'll never have to do that, but it's good to know that you have the ability and the materials already coming with the waders. The first thing I noticed about these waders when I got them is that they felt really nice. They seemed like they were very high quality. They seemed durable. I liked the way they felt. They didn't feel cheap or like they were going to tear immediately, which is a good first impression. After looking at them a little bit more, I noticed all the features that they came with, and I was impressed at how much they included. Typically when you have a pair of waders at this price point, there's not a lot of additional features. It's really just the waders and maybe one pocket, but this has a lot more than that. The waders are built using 3-layer breathable fabric, and then that's double reinforced at the knees. And so when you're looking at the waders, you'll notice the knee section is a different coloring, and that's where that reinforcement is, which again is really nice. Usually that's where you're probably going to be the hardest on your waders, just either crawling in and out of boats, or if you're landing a fish and you get down on a knee in the water. So it's good to have that extra protection and durability there. These waders also have 4mm neoprene booties, which seemed like they were pretty good. I think the seams between the wader fabric and the boots looked really nice. It was clean. There weren't any problems, which is good. There's also built-in gravel guards to go over your boots that are integrated into where the booties are. and that's a really nice feature too. They have metal hooks on the front, so it's easy to snap down onto your boot and make sure you're not going to get any gravel or dirt or anything else that could put those little pinholes into your booties. Fans also uses double layered wear and tear taping around their seams, which is really nice to add a little bit of extra durability. Seams can be really prone to failure. You'll get a lot of leaks there typically, so this will help prevent that, which is really nice. And they have that all the way through the seams and then also where the booties connect to the waders. These waders have H-style shoulder straps, so they're adjustable, which means that, if you're a little bit taller or shorter, you can make those adjustments. They also have opposing buckles, so if you do want to convert them into kind of half waders and wear it around your waist, it's a little bit easier to do that, which is nice. And the buckles are also fairly large, so they're easy to use. Even if it's cold outside, you won't have any issues getting your straps undone. So now I want to take a second and talk about all the other features that are included in these waders, which is what impressed me the most after the build quality. These waders seem to have a lot more storage than other waders, as I alluded to earlier. So what you'll get is an inside pocket. So on the inside of the waders, there's a zipper pocket meant for your phone or another small item like that. But I put my phone in there, it fit great, and it was a really nice touch. And then on the outside of your waders, you have a full pocket with 2 Velcro straps on either side where it closes. Now, this has quite a bit of storage room. It extends quite a ways. You could fit some larger items in there, but it's not quite as secure not having the zipper there. So just be aware of what you're putting in there, whether it's gloves or hats. Maybe stay away from putting any valuables in there. Now, that's not to say that the Velcro didn't seem good or sturdy. That's just kind of my personal thoughts on that. Then on the front of that big chest pocket, you'll have another zippered chest pocket, and this should be waterproof. I walked up to above that line and it didn't seem like any water got in there, so that's great. These waders really provide a lot of storage. So along with those 3 pockets, you also have D-rings on both straps that you could clip either nippers or a tibbet spool or whatever else you need for the day. So, realistically, if you were trying to be a light packer and a minimalist, you could probably get everything you need for a day of fishing into these waders themselves and not worry about carrying a pack or other storage items. And as I mentioned before, these waders do come with a wading belt, and that goes through 2 loops on either side of your hips. So make sure you wear those. It's always good to have a wading belt. One thing that was a little bit of a drawback is that the belt seems to go directly over the chest pocket. So if you have that cinched down pretty tight, it might make it a little more difficult to get into those pockets, but it's not a huge deal. Also, just for another adjustment, the waders have a drawstring at the very top of the chest area, so you can pull that tighter as well if you need to cinch it down for any reason. Okay, so next, kind of going off that adjustability, I want to talk about the sizing of these waders. So a lot of wader companies will have very specific sizes. So they won't just have small, medium, large. They'll have small, tall, or small, tall with extra large boot size or some sort of variation of that. And that's because people are different, and waders require a lot of different measurements in order to fit correctly. It's not like a pair of pants, right? You have your pants and your inseam and also your foot size and then also your waist circumference and your chest. So it's more difficult to find a great fit on waders. And that was one thing where 8Fans lacked a little bit. So they only offer small, medium, large, all the way through, I think, triple XL. So they do have a wide range of sizes, but not a lot of variations within those sizes. So For me, I'm 6'1", about 190 pounds, and I usually wear a size 11 shoe, size 12 in wading boots normally. And so based on their sizing chart, I ordered the extra large because of the sole size, and I didn't want the foot to be too small even if the rest of the wader fit well. So anyway, when I got these, the XL turned out to be a little bit too big for me, so it was a little bit too baggy, which was to be expected. That was laid out on their size chart. But I think if I would have gone with the large, based on what I saw with these waders, that the booty size would also have been big enough, even though it was only listed for sizes 8 through 10. I think that the booty size especially might run a little bit big in these waders. And just to be clear, I wanted to err on the side of caution for the sole size because that's the one area that's not adjustable, right? So if the waist was too big, I can always tighten the wader belt. And like I said, with that adjustable drawstring up top, I can make those adjustments. But if I couldn't get my feet into them, then we'd have a bigger problem. So overall, I really like these waders. I think they offer a lot, especially for the price point. There aren't really any other waders similarly priced that offer the same amount of features. So I think anybody that's looking to just get into fly fishing or needs a cheaper pair of waders and isn't ready to spend a few $100, I think this is a great place to start. They're also breathable enough where you're not going to get too hot if you're out on a summer day, and if you layer up underneath, they'll more than keep you warm. So again, if you're looking for a guide level wader, that's not going to be what you're getting here, but that's not what it's for. It's not priced to be that type of quality, and it does everything and more for under $100. And that's the other thing. Only one of the models, I think triple XL, is over $100. Every single other size is under $100, which is really hard to beat. So I would say definitely check them out, give them a try. And I think that's it for me. So I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you out there.